Just 1 second. There we go. All right, now say something. Now say
Mic
something.
check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we good.
It's working. You can hear me?
Say something again?
You can hear me?
Nah, your mic broke.
Yeah,
You good.
Stop playing. So we in there? Did you press
in there.
record? We in
You in
there.
the building?
What's up? What time is it? 8 o'clock. We not late. Look at this. We really doing it, Kari. What is this, our second live on time?
Think so.
I'm proud. That's called consistency.
It is.
I hope they love it. All right, let's help Will share this out.
Yeah, let's have it. Okay.
Did you see it on your page? Did you tag him?
Yep.
I don't see it live on my page. It say we live.
Live with 3 viewers.
Live with 3. Who's my
3
lucky
viewers.
3? Who's my lucky 3? I can't see it. Can you see it?
I don't see nothing.
Go to my page. Let's see if we go to my page. Let me see here. That's what I did last
I'm
time.
gonna let you do the magic right there.
That's
Turn
what I
that
did.
down before Rockefeller try to sue me.
Okay, I see it now. Boom. Share. Tune in. I love doing a little caption.
Okay. Tune in now. You know what I'm saying?
Tune in. We got 5 now. 5 is in the building. Y'all ready to hear what we got going on? Why when I go to my page, though, it be so hard for me I can't see it, so maybe I won't be involved. There we go. I kind of like having it pulled up. I just started this.
It's all
I
good.
like this little bit, this
the
background
audio
too.
now.
You'll never guess.
You
I know, right?
You never
That's
guess
good,
who
right?
I show.
That's all Kari.
I like it. I like it a lot.
He in his bag. All right,
That's
y'all.
right.
I'm here with Wills. Why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, let the people know who you are, what you do. You know, why we so lucky to have you.
So first and foremost, I just want to thank you all for having me on the show. I want to give you your flowers for executing on your
Thank
vision.
you.
So great job, amazing
Yeah,
work.
you've
You know
been
what
down
I'm
from
saying?
the beginning. You've been
Been
seeing
down
it
from the
grow.
jump, for
You've
sure,
been
for
seeing
sure.
it grow.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So me, I'm Fortune Powers, also known as A Wills, the Black Batman.
Oh, I like that. Never heard that one.
AKA International Man of Mystery.
Oh, you know it. You know
The man,
it,
the
you know
myth,
it.
the legend.
You know it. So
I love it.
me, I'm just into stock investing, investing into people's future, helping everybody be great. You know what I'm saying? I try to inspire people, and if you need to, get some money, I'm the one that you can holler at me. We can get some paper.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Drop one of Clues bombs.
Right. Oh, we got sound effects too. DJ, turn me up.
Yeah, you got sound effects. Who ain't trying to get some money? I love that. So, Wills, did you get to see the last one with Mike?
Oh yeah, dog was pretty lit.
Doggy
Ladies.
bone was lit.
Hey ladies, how y'all feel about that? Did y'all have any feelings about that?
That's
Put
what
it
I'm
in the chat if
saying.
you do. Shit.
Let us know. So you are our second guest. So I appreciate our second male guest.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you coming on, sharing your thoughts. Mike, I got some feedback from Mike. I got mostly good feedback, but it was a couple people on my line.
Let me ask this, Wills. What was your initial thoughts like when you seen
My
the
initial
interview with
thoughts was I kind of felt the same way. So
Damn, I'm not repeating
hold on,
myself.
I'm gonna just say about the
Here
one part that really jumped out to me because I'm used to being on yachts and stuff like that, and I just
What
started
up,
getting
though,
kind of
Elder?
acclimated to the Detroit boat life. And some of the things that he said, I was kind of noticing it. But again, I didn't know the history of
You
it.
was noticing the fat rich girls.
Listen,
with
man,
their own
I'm not going to call nobody, whatever. I
the
love all sizes.
BBWs.
I love all sizes, all shapes and sizes of women. I love all type of black women. So,
Hey man,
you know what I mean? So I'm not going to call them big or whatever. They is what it is. God
you
loves
want to
us
know? Can
all.
I say my favorite part from the live?
Yeah, go ahead.
He had somebody tune in. It was a friend from where he used to work, and she said that one thing Mike taught her was to make a man tell you the truth. And I was like, I fuck with that. Like, I love that. And I feel like he was just basically telling his truth. And it was like,
is.
take it or leave it. This is my truth.
But you can't make a man tell his truth. It got to be on him to really tell his truth. Like, if he really about that life and he confident within himself, he'll let her know what's up. Like, a girl could be like, hey, can you please tell me the truth? But they can't make you tell the truth unless they got you tied up
I
or something
feel that
crazy.
they can't make you tell the truth, but I think like when she said make a man tell you the truth, basically like if this nigga lying, like don't stick around for his lies. Like if you keep this man around, you need him around telling the truth.
I mean,
But
that's.
you say there's no way to gauge if that's
I mean,
the
you
truth
can't
or
really
not.
gauge it. If he a good liar, he could be a good
Aw,
liar.
damn.
Shit.
Fat phase on
Okay,
liar.
well that was my favorite part. What was your part, Gary? What did you take away? Did you have a takeaway?
I just thought I thought you did a really good job of just like letting him be himself, and he had a interesting character arc. Like when he came on, everybody was like, "Oh, he's vulgar. What is he saying?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Who is this guy? But then by the end, you know, people was kind of like, you know, he had some valid points, and you know, we kind of fuck with Mike. We fuck with Mike here. So one thing I say though is, ladies, when as y'all bringing guys to the conversation, you gotta understand it's different type of guys, different perspectives. I think a lot of times they want to paint guys with a broad brush.
Everybody like their baby daddy,
and it's like, you know what I'm saying. You kind of gotta give guys the opportunity, different guys, to learn how different mindsets is. That might either help you find the nigga that you trying to, you know, pursue, or stay away from the niggas that you know what I'm saying, really ain't trying to be around. So don't close yourselves off.
So real quick before we get into the girl talk, just what's one thing you would teach your daughter or your niece or a woman about a man, like how Mike said, make a man tell you the truth? What's the one bit that you would give somebody?
So the one bit that I would give is, I would say, exclusivity. You know,
okay,
keep your exclusivity, keep your innocence as long as you possibly can.
Fuck with that.
Because that's the most valuable thing that a woman has. And again, a lot of women don't realize it until they get older. But after they've been ran through and, you know, they had so many bodies, don't nobody want to wife them. So again, it's like, no matter what, you got all the influences, people on there talking about badass bitch, give a fuck about all this shit that they hearing and they fed.
Yeah.
You can't feed into it. You got to still.
City girls are down bad right now.
But the thing is, I like that shit though. I like the ratchet shit. I ain't gonna hold you up. I like the sexy red and all that shit.
Sexy ain't down bad, but the city girls are down 50 bad.
Flow. I mean, they are, but again, you can't listen to that. You got to apply something different to your life. So again, if you want to, and again, that's if you eventually want to be a wife or somebody that's taken seriously. If you control your essence, and I know it may be hard, but if that's the one thing that you control, then you're gonna win in life. And
it's really not that hard, ladies, because like, I feel like the more exclusive you are, the harder he gonna work. Like it's really a trick. Like the trick is not turning tricks. Like
right,
that's
exactly.
the trick.
Exactly.
He really want to see what make you so special. Like everybody else doing this, and this. You holding out, oh, I'm interested now. And eventually, if he gonna waste your time, he'll just give up. So that was really good. That's something I would tell my baby.
Nice.
So let's get into the girl talk. I feel like,
ladies,
right now, all my single babes are saying that it's piss in the dating pool. What would you say dating is like in 2024? Is it piss in the dating pool?
I mean, it just depends on who you dating. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's really not piss in the dating pool. I mean, y'all have been on some of the dates that I've had a girl taking on. You know, flew her out the country, first date, riding on horses and shit. Yeah. But again, everybody not ready for that. But again,
I love it. Listen, I kind of baited him in this. So basically, you saying the piss is they just in the wrong pool.
Exactly.
Try 4 seasons is what he said, ladies. So you have fun with that. So what's appropriate dating etiquette? Because like you said, first date, this girl was in St. Lucia on her first date.
Right.
What is, but then I have women that tell me, you know, first date, they Netflix and chill. And they like hate that. Like, don't call me over on first date just to Netflix and chill. Like, what would you say is appropriate etiquette for a first date?
This is a great question.
You just met this girl. She seems cool. Y'all exchange numbers. You want to know more. First date.
Okay, so first thing, if you initially inviting a girl over to your house to Netflix and chill, then most of the time they probably trying to fuck, so they're not taking you that serious, right?
Okay, so that's why they mad, because they know off rip
he's not taking you seriously. But are they going over there is a real question.
Ladies, do y'all be going over there?
That's the real question. Because the thing is, if they have standards, then they're going to say, no, I'm not really into that. And then he going to step his game up. Because the nigga's going to do the bare minimum if you let him.
Okay. So for you to take a girl all the way to St. Lucia on the first date, that's not your bare minimum. That's I really like you.
That's my bare minimum. I didn't really like her though. I mean, she was cool.
So you saying? So what is your etiquette for first date for somebody you really like?
So for me,
like you really like her.
I mean, she gotta really like me.
Okay.
Let's talk
Will said
about it.
I'm the prize.
I mean, and it's not even about being the prize, but you know, you gotta like who like you.
Well, you are the prize, and you do gotta like who like you. Don't we say that all the time? Like who likes you, because the reason I bring this up is because, and that's a great segment. Men will say the reason why they won't take you out on these extravagant dates
Right.
is because women are gold diggers. All they want is a meal. They will take you and ask you to take them to a place they can't even afford to go themselves.
That's 100% facts. But again, it's like you give them an opportunity to explore that kind of lifestyle, and then once they go back, they're gonna realize like, damn, maybe I need to step my own shit up.
I like that.
So for me, it's like, okay, you don't really have to say, okay, well, she is not up to this standard, because again, it's up to a man to be up to whatever standard, and you bring her up with you.
I like that. So you say, as far as appropriate etiquette, that's based off the men.
Yeah, it's based off
If
the
you
man,
were
but it's
left-
also based off the woman too. Like say for instance, you want to take her to like a 5-star restaurant or whatever the case may be, but then she come in there like just like a hooker or something. Then she
Act like you
probably
like
not gonna make it past the appetizer.
That's true. That's real.
So that's
Somebody in the chat said, what were you trying to do in St. Lucia? Like, as a first date, what were your expectations?
the fuck.
There we have it, ladies. Damn. So,
But-
is that requirement? So, if you get flued out, you got to?
I mean, for me,
Did
you
she
don't-
know that? Like, is it?
No, you don't. So for me, you don't particularly have to. Like, I never want to apply that type of pressure. Like, it is what it is. But again, if we get back,
Mike just entered the chat and
Hey,
said,
Mike, he said to fuck.
what up, Mike?
So, Mike, you flat up. Mike, we never asked Mike. Mike, what's your first date? He taking them to Fridays. I already know that. I don't even know why. Right up there on Southfield. I don't even know why I asked that. Everybody's so excited for Mike Bardo. Like, that was
That's
like
gonna
the
be lit.
number one feedback. Like,
That's gonna
when
be
you
lit.
get that bar, girl,
Gonna be dope.
we'll be there. Okay, so we say as far as dating etiquette, you are being honest 9 times
Yeah,
out of
for sure.
10. It don't matter if you whining and dining or Netflix and chilling. 9 times out of 10 is just because I want to have sex.
That's typically how guys operate. Now again,
I hate that for my ladies because I'm telling them to keep their legs closed.
that's the whole point. So
But-
if you do that and that's your intentions, and then they play a little bit more harder to get, then it's like, okay, well, you know, I may want to take her a little bit more seriously.
that's what I was gonna ask. Like, does this only apply to the first date? And like,
He
at,
said
at-
Friday.
at how many dates does it kind of?
Because I ain't gonna lie, when we
Shit.
did that whole little first date, my husband was there, and I was like, damn, like, what this be like? I ain't gonna lie, I kind of felt like she should have got a Fridays and then a St. Lucia. But you know, maybe I'm hating.
Ashley
Maybe I'm hating.
As he said, if you go out of town and you ain't trying to do nothing, then stay your ass at the crib.
Oh, even the ladies feel
feel
like,
that.
why you going out of town?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's particularly true. But again, you don't have to do that, ladies. But just know a lot of niggas do expect that. You know, even though it's unfair. some
even
do.
though, I'll be honest.
Even though it's unfair, but some men expect that. Like if they at night y'all drinking, doing
I think we
shrooms,
must, yeah,
you know,
doing
smoking
shrooms.
some good high road. You know, y'all get in that
That's
moment.
what you in that moment. I love it though. I feel like out of town sex is lit, so maybe it's expected. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, out of town sex is pretty lit. You know, so this.
I feel like to
So I got
go-
I got a great story real quick.
Go
So,
on and hit us with the story.
so I was in Cancun a couple months ago and shit. You know, we went down to the beach, had sex right on the beach, right next to the
there.
ocean. Some people walked past. The nigga didn't stop. Kept going.
Hey, he proud of that.
Lit.
Seeing all of my ass
Right,
crack.
you know what I'm saying?
He love it. Somebody just shout out.
Oh, shout out to the high road, you know?
Take the high road, guys.
Take the high road.
So I like that. So I basically, what advice are you giving men that feel like women are gold diggers and that's why they are going to bare minimum and Netflix and chill these hoes because they're sick of, this is where we're at and this is what we're trying to break down. Women sick of the Netflix and chill. Men are sick of the gold diggers, and how do we like get in the middle? Like for me, I think it's discernment. Like you supposed to be able to can tell that this man is a joke. And you're supposed to be able to tell this woman is a gold digger.
Well, let's start off with where are they meeting these females at? Like if they both at the club drinking, whatever, when they meet each other, then guess what? Typically you go to the club to have a one night stand. You don't go to the club like, hey, I'm going to the club to find my wife.
I think they do though,
No,
unfortunately.
well, maybe you not dudes. Dudes don't say, "Oh man, I'm lit, bro." They be like, "Oh, I'm about to come to the club. Where the hoes at?
Oh,
Is
they
it-
are stressed out. Like, what happened to the St. Lucia lady? Did she make it to the
Oh,
next
man.
day? What's the I don't know,
She
y'all.
for sure didn't make it to the next one. I did an extreme upgrade.
An extreme upgrade. Partner, let me upgrade you. Hey, but I appreciate you still, like, I appreciate you giving women, like, good dates, because I feel like at the end of the day, like, we're not husband and wife, but, like, you still, like, should be able to experience each other's company in a respectful way.
No, that's real talk. And then when you, so for me, I look at it like, you bless somebody with an experience, and they're gonna be able to take that forever. Plus, I'm a little competitive, so it's like, what's the next nigga gonna do?
But I like that. You look at it as blessing somebody with an experience.
Netflix and chill. Like, how you gonna go from here to here?
Yeah, like, fellas, basically all I'm learning is it ain't really tricking if you got it. Like, quit complaining and just bless her with a nice experience. And ladies, don't go to the house. Keep your
No, go to the house for sure.
for the Netflix and chill.
Yeah, but just don't open your legs.
Okay.
Because again, like, a guy, he might be into you, but a lot of dudes, they not just gonna come out breaking their pockets just because you want to go somewhere that you don't go by yourself.
So I think Wills is saying the Netflix and chill first date is acceptable.
It's
You know what I'm
acceptable.
saying?
They
But
hate it. It's real bad.
no, it's
Real bad.
Guess
But
why they hate it? Because they not getting a free meal.
Yeah.
They're not getting on a plane.
Those be saying, like, they go to, oh, where you want to go? And see, that's another thing I think fellas could, like, win. Stop asking her where she want to go. Just plan the date. Like, do you ask, like, where you want to go? Or do you just be like, hey, pull up 9 o'clock?
Yeah, I say just pull up 9 o'clock.
That's
but
how you
again,
gonna
I'm
win.
different. But a lot of
But then
times,
again, I'm different.
but
Damn.
listen, no, because think about it like this. Like, what was that video where the one girl, she was talking about the dude that wanted to take her to Applebee's, or I think it was Applebee's, and she was like, "Oh, that's too cheap. I don't go there. I'm
Yeah.
getting outside the car." Like, okay, well, get out. Cool. You don't want to go to Applebee's? Cool. Like, shit. For me, I should start taking. Well, again, I'm in a relationship now.
But if I could go back.
If I was dating again and shit, I might start with some Applebee's just to see how they cut. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times back then, I ain't had no time for all that stuff. So it was like, hey, I'm about to go on a trip. You want to come with me? Boom, let's go date, whatever.
I like that. So, do you mind me asking, what was you in a relationship now? Congratulations.
Oh, appreciate
what
it.
was what were you guys?
Our guy's first date was.
Oh, she laughing, y'all. What was the first date?
Let me see. It was.
Look, he like, we done been everywhere. We done did.
But I
everything.
already say our first date, was it was at the nail shop. She was over there. That wasn't really our date, but that's the first time we like really kicked it.
I like that.
She was getting her nails done. I was over there.
See, that's like
kicking
that
it.
intimacy of Netflix and chill, but just not the like sexual aspect of like Netflix
Then
and
we went to
chill.
the strip club with my high road gang.
Y'all, I ain't never been to the strip
Was
club.
this the
with
same
the
day?
High Road Gang.
It was
She
the
the
next
one.
day. It was the next day. She came out there,
And it's been history ever since.
yeah, I tore my Achilles, and she took good care of me for
Aw,
for like,
nurse babe.
5-6 months, and she actually directed nursing, so
Oh,
took good care of her baby,
period. I love it. A true love story.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you feel as far as so you already said dating on your level. Like, what kind of like that date who like you? Like,
well, they who like you, they might not be on your level, but you can bring them up if they have potential. But sometimes you gotta understand
men
that
really
they
want to
don't,
be Captain Save-A-Hoes. What do you mean you can bring them up?
because you can.
Okay.
You can make them better. Like, you can teach them certain things, and if they gravitate towards it, then you good.
Can she make you better?
Of course, she can for
Okay.
sure make you a better man. Like,
So
it's got to be a give and take.
So why is it so many? Why is it like no balance when it comes to dating now? Like, you hear a lot of she was broke, she was this, he can't come to my crib, he can't stay with me.
Because they have, like, some women come into it from a needy perspective. Like, if they automatically come into it like, oh, I want to date a nigga that's a boss because I need this nigga to do this and for me, that, and they can't do it for themselves barely, then that's why it's like, okay, they looking to come into a relationship for a come up instead of I'm coming into a relationship to bring something to the table of value, not
Okay.
particularly monetary.
See, because I would disagree. I think you have to date people on your level. I think you have to be a little bit more responsible when you're dating. You have to be able to look at a person in their situation and know that, like, this ain't my level. I can't keep up.
Shout out to Cash, just checked in.
Cash.
because they all
That
broke.
nigga Mike said they all because they all broke.
Everybody
nigga.
broke. No, I don't feel like everybody broke, but I do feel like, and that's where this whole disconnect.
They said Will's on here talking that talk.
You know how we do.
It is. I do feel like that's the disconnect, though. Like, and I would have to disagree with Wheels as far as bringing someone on your level. To me, that's just.
I don't. I
That's
mean,
just
what define on your level though?
I will for
like,
you.
Right, yeah,
To
define on
me,
your
I
level.
feel like you should be able to look at somebody and know they not on your level. Like, I'm not a rapper bitch. Like, I could never date a rapper type dude. I could probably go out with,
But
and
to me,
sleep with, but to build a relationship with a rapper,
but
you know me.
That's
that
not
ain't my
levels.
swag.
That's not levels because that's not higher or lower.
Right.
That's just different. That's
And that's
you know
like
what I'm saying?
that's like a
That's
lotto,
lateral.
That's like a lotto
options.
type of shit. Like a nigga that's like made it to the NBA, made it to the NFL, a nigga that made it to rapping. Like that's rare.
I could think I could do an NFL player, but I'm listening.
Why?
I don't know.
I feel like NFL is a little those dudes are a little cornier, they're a little lamer, they
But they
hang
still-
out.
Sometimes.
But
They
but
hang
now
out.
they exactly. So they've been lame their whole life. Now they got access to all these women, and that's the nigga you want to make your husband.
No, definitely
That's
not.
crazy.
But I
Great
understand.
take.
I understand what you're saying. But I just feel like the whole like bringing somebody on your level, especially at this big age, is just. I see a lot of people getting trapped in the hopes of that she will eventually get on his level. He will eventually get on her level. And it's like, no matter how much you pour into a person, who they are is who you are. And then you're left empty because this person wasn't on your level and you're just pouring into this level now.
But you can never bring a woman up to your level because a man is technically supposed to lead. So she's never really going to be up on your level.
Did he say something or did he say something?
You know,
man.
so a man is supposed to lead. So as long as you leading the person in the right direction, then again, y'all are.
Now, I feel that coming from your stance. For a man to say that, and see, I'm speaking from a woman, so maybe that's why I feel that way. So for a man to say he can bring a woman on his level does, like, make a little bit more sense than, like, my homegirls that's been trying so hard to get this nigga on her level.
Yeah, because again, like if a nigga don't got no hustle about himself, if he ain't got no ambition, no drive, you can't really put that in him. That's built.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
they gotta
somebody
be built
said
like
like a man could bring up a woman, but basically like a woman can never.
And that
bring
makes
up a man.
sense. Okay, well, we moving right on.
But a woman can support a man,
Right.
but she can't bring him up. He gotta have
Right,
that shit in him.
right. It's gonna be tough for her to bring him up to where, like
she
you
can
said,
lift him up.
being
She
the
can help
head
him when
and
he
being
tear
the
his
lead.
Achilles,
It's
but
gonna.
she can't bring him up. She can lift him up, but not bring him up.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold him down.
I mean-
when he fresh out of grad school. I know this. Like, I understand.
Yeah, but he already got the desire to
Women
do
are
Mike
it.
said
under
women
us.
are under.
He just always gotta be the one.
I mean, I don't be disagreeing with him, but he be saying shit in the worst way sometimes. But I don't be
But
disagreeing.
no, for real. One time, Cardi said some real shit. We was
Ashley, come on. She said she disagree.
I don't.
Go ahead, Ashley.
Ash, what you don't
We-
agree with?
we-
You feel like women have changed men's lives, but I don't
I
necessarily
agree,
think
yeah.
they should or that is their
I mean, they
place.
can change
but
his
they
life.
can. Women can do anything,
Oh.
and that's the one thing. Like he said, women should be under men. One thing men and women need to know when it comes to a superior sex, it's always gonna be women. We can do anything,
Not
but
everything
is that
that a
our
man can
job?
do.
Not everything y'all can do, but is that our job? And that's the problem with us.
No, your job's not to do everything.
They saying they don't agree, man. They saying
You can't
you
rehabilitate
can bring that
a
nigga
bum,
up,
ladies.
man.
I've seen women. I'm not
They have to
saying that
lift
that
them
doesn't
up,
happen.
But that's
She can
rare
bring
though.
him
Like
up.
if a nigga, like, so for instance, if a
I've
nigga
seen- I've
laying on the
seen-
couch not doing nothing, his mama can't even get him to do shit. So what make a woman think she's just gonna come in?
But
and
they have.
encourage
They
and
have.
hands
Women have. I've seen my
uplifting.
homegirls do it. Like, what they're saying is true. Like, women
So,
do like to
hold
build a
on.
bear. They
But I'm
do.
saying
Let me-
that's rare though.
Let me clean this up a little bit. So, I think it's getting a little bit twisted because I don't think we disagreeing that a woman can't like lift a man up, bring him up, make him better today than what he was yesterday. But for me personally, what I say is in those type of situations, usually what I see is like
Pin the question.
it's
that-
still like the woman kind of is at the reins. So you could bring the nigga up, but I don't know if you would bring him like surpassing you levels is what I'm saying.
So
Maybe
what if
that
it's a-
happens. I don't know.
So let me ask a question. What if it's a guy that don't want to get a job and she wake up every day and tell him, "Hey babe, go get a job. Hey babe, go get a job." Is that bringing him up? If
No,
he go
what-
finally get up off his ass and then go do something with his
in,
life?
in their mind, or they'll take a dude that like for years just been on bullshit, and she just
Why would they be around a nigga for years just on bullshit?
Because a man gets weary and then he starts to act right, and then you
That's
get your ring,
crazy.
and then you happy.
That's what girls hope. Like no,
I'm just saying, like,
Something
I've
like that
seen it,
yesterday.
like, but to me, I be so mad because I be looking at my homegirl, like, go get you a wheels and, like, elevate. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like, get out of here. But sometimes, like, a piece of a man is better than no man. But that's what we trying to shatter right now.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. But I think you said a whole mouthful. I feel like I learned a little something, and I'm taking this with me as far as the fact that women can bring a man to their level, but no, that's not our job. But a man as a leader, yes, like he can bring you up, lift you up, and
All
lead
right,
you.
so they've been going back and forth. Jerome Ward and
Somebody said-
That's my bro. What up, Ron?
Rome. Oh, that's Rome.
Yeah,
Duh.
that's Ron. What up?
Somebody
What up, fool?
said if my mama and daddy couldn't change them in 18 years, a woman can't either.
That's
A
true.
real man edifies you. Speak that, baby. And a real woman.
But
like,
look, so Rome and your mom kind of been having a back and forth about
Lord.
men liking to chase. Is like your mom is very strong in
What's
the
up, Mom?
belief that like men love to chase. And
Men
like,
do
that's-
love that chase.
You know what I'm saying? They get bored otherwise.
Yeah, because
Would
men,
you
men
agree
are
with that?
hunters. Men are hunters, so they naturally love to chase, to hunt, to conquer their goals. And unfortunately, sometimes women-
Oh, the man gives and the woman multiplies. Somebody's
That's true. That's 100. That's 100%.
Yeah, and that's all I'm trying to get people to understand. Me and Mike was kind of talking about this as far as masculinity and femininity, right? It's so mixed up right now. So now me and Wills are continuing the conversation, and I like where it's going as far as the man leading, the man giving, and the woman multiplying. I like this. We're getting somewhere. Girl talk. Like, it's happening.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
happening, people. So let me ask you this. How do you feel about 50-50 in relationships?
Oh, that's an easy one.
That's easy
That's
money.
easy. And listen, I'm gonna break it down to y'all because this gonna be some of the most dynamic shit you ever heard in your life.
Can you
probably
drop
know-
one of
Okay.
Clues bombs
Yeah,
for
get
that?
ready.
Drop
Give
a
him
bomb for
one.
this. Hold on, let me get prepped up. So again,
Drink some water. Let's get ready for this, y'all.
exactly. So again, in my particular situation, I don't go 50-50 in most of my relationships. However, I understand what the 50-50 is about if either one of them know what the fuck they're doing with the paper. So say for instance, if you have a man and a woman, and let's just say the mortgage is $3,000, they each paying $1,500, right? The woman, let's say the man pay all $3,000 and the woman say they $1,500, right? What do you think that woman's gonna do with that extra $1,500 a month or extra $3,000 she's saving?
If I'm gonna be honest, spend it.
Exactly.
If
So-
I'm gonna be honest, and I feel bad,
Exactly. So typically a woman may spend that money blowing shit. So 3 to 5 years down the line, she done bought a bag, she done bought shoes. It doesn't hold any value. But let's say, for instance, you go 50-50 with
maybe
a man.
not shoes and bag. She will buy things for the home.
Okay, whatever she
Look,
buying.
he don't care.
Whatever she buying, right? Okay, let's check this out now.
He don't care about
All
that
right,
damn
I'm
juice.
about to put you up on some game real quick. Okay, now cool. Let's say same situation, they go 50-50. And the man, he know what the fuck to do with the money, so he may be investing it. He buying Bitcoin, he buying Nvidia, he buying stocks and shit like that. So in 3 to 5 years, that shit then multiplied to millions.
Yeah.
And in 3 to 5 years, that shit that she bought around the house is like, it's fucked up. So again, it
That's
just
a good
depends on
point.
if they're
Ashley said
aligned,
she'll
if they're
pay
like-
for the vacations.
if they like, hey,
right, Ash. Me and Ash the same though.
I gotta say-
but if they want to be aligned, they got to say that shit up front. Like, hey, this is my vision. This is what I want to do. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a multimillionaire. If you're not on that same page, then shit, okay, we don't go 50-50. Like, I done had a chick say to me before, like, listen, you know what the fuck you doing with the paper, so I'll pay everything, and you just make the money, because I know in 3 to 4 years. Now again, she didn't eventually stay on and make the cut. However,
paid all the bills.
hold
for
on,
nothing.
listen. But however, when we walked away and I had made the paper up, she walked away with a good lump sum of money because I'm a real nigga.
That's
so
a
I'll be like,
blessing.
at the end of the day, we put this money in this, to do whatever we were gonna do. It didn't work out, so here go half of it, and you walked away with some paper,
That's a
more paper than
blessing.
she had in her life.
That's why you always gonna be blessed though, because you do the right thing.
Oh,
You
for
do the
sure.
right thing. I feel like when it comes to 50-50 as a married woman,
Hold on. Red said don't miss out on the 40-60 man listening to these podcasts.
unless you listening to
For real.
this podcast.
I agree with Reg though. He said like if the woman uplifts the man, then like they kind of always have the masculine energy of the relationship. I don't necessarily put it in that terms. Ashley disagrees, but
Didi said iron sharpen iron. That is Kari's favorite
That's true.
phrase.
That's 100%
And y'all
true.
both give 100, and that's what I was basically gonna say. Like, as a married woman, 50-50 don't even make sense to me. Like, what do that mean? Like, it's all the same. Like, especially like from dating all the way back when I was in the airlines, he was in just getting out of grad school to now with a baby. Like, that shit y'all talk about, like, as a relationship goes, like a true partnership.
Yeah.
It's the lines are so blurred. Like, I'm up, you down, I'm up.
Yeah.
We literally in it together, and the main focus is to keep everybody up. And like he said, ladies, if your man better with money, let him be better with the money. Cause I'm telling you, like, putting into like giving him like money to put in stocks has been like a blessing in my life. It's been one of those things where, like he said, we thinking, oh, we want to get this juicer, we want to get this, da 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 da. It's like, get him the money, he come back, here go the juicer, and I already done put it to keep parlaying it. Like,
all right. So let me ask y'all this: what if the woman is the one that's better financially?
And that's my point. So it's some cold women out here.
That's
like,
why
Does
it's
it?
no 50-50.
Is it? Facts.
Well,
That's-
no 50-50.
so the 50-50
Get
thing.
you a real one.
So well
Period.
again, if you get married, then that it all go into the same bucket, and you distribute it how you gonna distribute it. But coming into a relationship, then you might be like, okay, we building something, so we gonna go 50-50 because that's gonna determine how serious she is about the shit. Because what if she want to be lazy and be like, no, I don't want to do that. I want a nigga to pay for everything, but you've been paying 100% your whole life. So like, what's the difference?
I think people use money as leadership because even if the woman is better with money, she's not the leader. The leader is the man, and in being the leader,
Supposed to be the man.
He's saying, "I want you to." He's leading you to take the money.
But this my question too is
Men
like,
don't want to lead.
how do?
What's your chest, little?
Okay, go ask your question, but I'm gonna say something about the men.
Well, my question is just like, okay, so even Floyd is like, so, like if the woman is better with the money, you put her in a position to lead. You know, it's basically like.
No, not leads.
You don't put her in position
You
to
don't put her
lead.
in a
You put her in
position to lead.
position to make that money.
Yeah, you put her in a position to put both of y'all in a better position. But let me go back to that question you just said.
As far as men not want to lead.
As far as men not want to lead, especially in the black community, is that a lot of them don't know how to lead. Because again, let's say they were raised by women, and a lot of these women out here don't know how to lead. Again, we came from broken homes, just based off systematic slavery, all that stuff. We can go into that real deep. But again, we've got to build each other up. So anytime we see a sister that, you know, we need to uplift, we can teach her something. Like the thing I can say, like, yeah, I might have been an asshole. I might not even an asshole. I'm cool as hell. I might have been a player. I might have broken some hearts, but a lot of them women, they learn a lot. They learn how to invest. They got portfolios. They learn how to budget. They learned a lot of things. So they took away value from the relationship. Like, yeah, their heart might have been broken, but they in a better spot. So now they're able to buy homes and they're able to put themselves in a better relationship. And we're not taught that as kids. So I don't even fault a lot of men for not knowing how to lead, because if they never was raised by that and they never saw it, then they might not know. Just the same as women.
True. I think also just growing up in 2024, like it's so weird right now. Like I feel like if you're like 32, 33 maybe, and that's pushing it because some of them is even but it's the last of a dying breed.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody after that is a Me Too movement. Everything is, don't hurt my feelings, don't you be politically incorrect, we both have X, Y, and Z chromosomes. Like, it's so political now. Like, and my whole thing is like, let's take it back to just some easy core values. Like, he's a man, she's a woman, he gonna lead, you gonna submit. And that make people head, like, simplifying it that low blows people's heads. Like, they cannot imagine, especially like I said, those younger 33 and down, maybe 32, they can't imagine a simple world like that. It's gotta be Me Too.
But how many women out here off the bat say, I don't need a man for shit?
A lot of them.
Exactly.
But so that's the new movement too.
That's
Female
what I'm
is
saying.
future.
So they coming in already Xing themselves out.
Female is future.
Exactly. So they Xing themselves out just by putting that out in the atmosphere. Like, it's okay to say, okay, yeah, I need him, or I want a man. It's okay to say that.
It's okay to
ladies,
say
it's
that.
okay to be true to what you want. You don't got to listen to your girls, your single friends that want to be out here partying. Oh, we don't need a nigga. No, you don't want. No nigga wants you. Now you want all your girls to just be lonely, just like you. Because I guarantee, if she get a man, she gonna disappear on your ass and be ducked off with him. And then when he break her heart, she gonna come right back. Girl, I told you he ain't shit.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I do think it's a pot for every lid, and we just gotta open our hearts to
I
love.
like that.
So,
pot for every
how do you
lid.
feel? Is there a difference between like dating and talking, or is that the same thing?
I would say talking is probably like talking on the phone, texting the niggas that do the what you doing. That type of shit.
Facts,
Or the girls that do the what you doing, because I done had a lot of girls what you do me to death. Like, take me out on a date or something. Flew me out.
Flew. Hey, you want to
Step your
get
shit up.
flued
You know what I'm
out.
saying? Like, shit.
I do like that, ladies in the chat. Do y'all take men out? I'm not opposed to taking men out. Now I've had women tell me like, "Bitch, you should never take a man out."
No, hell no.
I don't.
You should.
I'm not mad. I take my man out. What Beyonce say? All up in the stove, shorty tricking if I want to.
But it ain't even tricking. It's like, okay, they
No,
can
it's
the
not.
script.
That's
Take,
just what
But
Beyonce
my
said.
thing with that though, as far as like women spoiling niggas or whatever, and he like, I guess, women being like anti that or kind of talk bad about women that do that shit. It's like, nigga, y'all say it's piss in the pool, but but the dating pool still competitive like a motherfucker.
Right.
Nigga, shit, it's somebody for everybody out there, bitch. So it's like,
Y'all know the hardest thing my husband taught me was how to date. Like, that junk was so crazy. And, like, when I be talking to females, I be trying to identify with that emotion as far as, like, oh, you like him down, like, he done won. Like, look at how he wear them glasses. Look at his shoes. You ain't never been sweat. Because Kari was, like, taking me out on dates. And I was like, bro, we having, like, this is hibachi. We going here. We taking the movies, like, intentional.
nigga,
He's
for
cooked
sure.
for me. So it's like, to send me, like
Hot
you
road.
said, to send me back home to the Netflix and chill. And then he telling me though, like, I don't want a girlfriend. I like you. I like hanging out with you. You cool, you funny, but I don't want a girlfriend. And then I was just like kind of offended. Like, what do you mean? Like, you my one, you my person. And he like, you don't want a boyfriend. You in the airlines, like, you be flying around. Like,
oh,
don't you?
shit, yeah.
And he just put that in my head, like, oh wait, I can enjoy you, and you. Like, I get it now. And it was like, yes, sometimes you would be like hanging out with people and you be thinking, but I'm just like telling the ladies, like, you put all that stock into that one man and then he turned out to be nothing, and you look up and you 30 now. It's like, why not actually date? Like, text people what
ladies,
you doing.
Don't do that.
Don't
follow
date.
that advice.
I like
Don't
it.
date multiple dudes at once. I would just, okay, you can go out on dates and shit, but don't fuck multiple dudes at once. If you want to be serious with them. Now, again, if you just want to be out in the streets, you know, do your thing.
Definitely don't have to have sex with everybody. That's what
But
I
if
just
you
told
typically
you.
going on dates, then I mean, typically the man is we'll go back to the beginning. The man, what they taking girls on dates for? They trying to get.
But that don't mean that they
result.
getting it.
No, it doesn't mean. But again, you have whatever you got.
And the longer you wait, the better the dates will get. So I just say,
For sure.
don't have sex with the guys.
But then, can you really truly? You'll have mixed emotions too, because again,
Somebody
you're like,
said dating is an investment.
totally
Oh,
agree.
oh.
Date multiple men, not sex with all of them.
Right. Like, date.
Rome
multiple
said if a girl take him out, he taking him out to stay on the next date.
exactly.
So,
And then think about it like this: in today's time, these women are having sex with multiple dudes.
yeah.
So that's my whole point. Like, okay, if you're not doing, my grandma always said it's okay to date, but you know, just don't have sex with
Because to
everybody.
me, though, going out on a date.
That's what grandma
like,
said, that's what
about-
granny said, though.
Oh, for sure. She told me that way back in the day. She said that's the problem.
You was listening, huh?
Oh, for sure. That always stuck out to me, and I was like, yeah, grandma, but I'm not doing that shit. Smacking them all. And then, but I was a little different because then I'd be like, okay, I took her on a date, so let's just take them both on a date
I do
together.
think men should value their selves a little bit more too. Like, why
For
are y'all
sure.
sleeping with everybody? Y'all walking around with diseases and everybody done had you like that. That's just as embarrassing. Every time you go to the mall, it's, I used to talk to her. Yeah, I slept with her. Like, men need to hold themselves. We all should be holding ourselves to the standard of, if we dating, that don't mean we sleeping together.
But as but a man, okay,
No,
let's just
no,
say a man does all that. He can probably still propose to any of them, and they're gonna say yes. But if a woman does the same thing, then none of them dudes probably gonna propose to her. So men,
we
yeah,
know
it is a double standard for sure.
So if a man go out and every time it's like, oh yeah, I slept with him, he not gonna like her. But as a woman,
don't matter. 'Cause
her man done slept with, like, it's six women in the room. My man slept with 4.
Yeah, because
he's still gone.
Chicks are interested. That's that nigga. Like, for real.
But with dudes, it's
Now, what if they trash, then that's a little bit different.
Yeah,
Like, damn,
'cause
this
I'm
nigga got
judging
zero
you.
standard. But if he got like all
I'm
bad
judging
bitches,
you.
then she gonna be interested. Like, damn, I want to know what these chicks got, what they see in him.
She
So that's
said
it.
she just read a thread earlier where a girl went on a date with one guy and went out with another one the next day, and the first guy saw her out. He said she was not the type of woman for him if she's entertaining multiples.
That's true.
And cut her off with no explanation. Then he asked her to reimburse her for the ticket for
Now
an
that's
event.
whack. Now that's a little whack.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
nah, that's whack.
sassy. He's sassy because, like he just said it's competition. Like, bruh, like move aside. He's a
But
lame.
let's say he was trying to take her serious, right? And then he could
No,
have
he
been
didn't
on.
get no sex, and he was mad.
I'm not
because
even
she was
talking
out
about.
with
I'm not
another
talking
guy.
about. I'm not talking about the sex. What if he like, oh, it was a great date. I want to take her out again, and then she blew it because she on a date with
Somebody
another nigga the
said
next
if you
day.
want something serious, doesn't make sense to date multiple men.
I
would
disagree.
That's true.
I disagree with that.
You want something serious, so you gonna date this one man that ain't taking you serious?
One at a time. That's what I would say. That would be
I'm not
my
mad at that.
recommendation. I would say
I'm not
one
mad
a
at that.
time.
Or you could date multiple, but only be fucking one at a time. Is
So
that
thi-
acceptable or no?
This is what happens. Them one at a time.
No.
That's crazy.
You said it-
You
so-
dating 5 niggas and you fucking one. That's even worse.
That's worse than fucking all 5 of them?
No. Fucking off of them is terrible. But again, my thing is like, okay, if you dedicated
Somebody-
your body to one, then you may as well just rock with him. And
So,
just see
all
what
right,
that
so
does.
let me
Not at
ask you
all,
this.
'cause he's saying he
so,
don't want no fucking
so let me
girlfriend.
ask you this, Wills. You take a girl on one date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, I don't know, a week later maybe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done had sparse communication, like, well, not like everyday type shit.
Right.
You find out she went somewhere with another nigga, however it may be. You ran into her, nigga, she told you, however it was.
Right.
Like, do that eliminate her now? From like,
For sure.
Okay,
'Cause
so
that
you could
means
never
she ain't
fuck with
choose
her.
me. That means she don't like me enough to be calling me every day. Like our
So-
communication shouldn't be sparse.
So once,
Because that means like what?
Hey, we perfect.
so
for
once
each
a-
other.
so once a
We
bit-
Jumping out
not-
of planes and you gonna come.
so once,
that
so,
never
so
happened
once
to
a
me,
chick
so.
go on a date, they locked in.
If we both feeling the vibe,
I mean, how do you know that?
Right.
you know when spark, you feel the chemistry. Like y'all done felt chemistry between each other.
But what if she?
Yeah,
But
he told me I like that chemistry,
But what?
but I don't want a
But what if she
girl.
went out with a nigga 2 weeks or 3 weeks before that and felt the same chemistry, my nigga,
Yeah,
and
that
he
means
just.
she just
Somebody said no, that doesn't eliminate her. That's crazy, bro. He said he like his women obsessed. What
me
fuel
too.
said-
Like you know what I'm saying, the chick gotta love me. She gotta what you say, baby? She said I want to be in your skin, nigga.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
get that one,
unfair,
too.
Wills. That is unfair.
Hey, life ain't
Nigga
fair.
cut
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
Cry me a
Only
river,
get one
build a bridge,
chance.
and
I
get
told
over it.
y'all.
Somebody understood us.
Fortune
That's all
powers,
that
dog.
matters. So, how do you feel about marriage then? Like, if this is your dating requirement,
Mm-hmm.
marriage, like, for real, like, it's locked down. You like marriage? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think it's just a piece of paper?
Oh yeah, we have to get off into some gangster shit now.
Get off in that gangster shit. That's what some people say. It's just a piece of paper. For my husband, he
Yeah,
has
she over here
shared.
making shit up. She going off script, nigga. This ain't even on the
It's right
radar.
here.
It was a joke. I'm just.
Oh,
Oh no, that's all Gucci.
Kari has shared with me on more than one occasion just how he don't understand niggas that get a girl pregnant, live with her, do all this type of stuff, but won't marry her because he like, what's the purpose? Like you're doing everything I'm doing, bro, but like you not married, like you don't get the perks of not being married,
Okay, so let me
but
ask
you're
you.
doing all the,
Okay.
as he would say, burdens of being married.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Name me, and it's this same thing I asked my girl. Name me one benefit of being married to a man, from a man's perspective.
My
Like, what-
husband asks me this all the time. This is sick.
has anybody ever been able to answer? Ladies in the chat.
So he who finds a good man
That's
finds
crazy
a good
work.
thing.
That's crazy work.
Nah,
That's not gonna work, my boy.
Yo, I did it to myself.
Hold on, y'all can't tell a woman not to put all her eggs in one basket. Then when she date in the dating phase, she on the chopping block. All right, so
Exactly,
My-
Janae.
my
And I
re-
never did that.
my rebuttal for that, Wills, is as the married nigga presently.
Presently. Forever. Married.
That's crazy. You Jesus Christ.
What? Huh?
You
End of
married
the show, guys.
forever.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We'll see you all next episode.
as the married nigga.
Forever.
As the married nigga presently, you know what I mean, decision I made almost 6 years ago now.
Almost 6
Congratulations.
years.
Shout out to the married people.
Thank you, man. Let me
And I love it here.
drop the horn start one time for for myself. For me, it's just about building a family. To be honest,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. And so I feel like, I mean, beyond wanting to build a foundation with somebody, then bring a child, you know what I mean, and build your family. You know what I mean, with your legacy, whatever that means to you. And today in 2024, I mean, it'd be a tough argument. You know what I'm
Tell somebody
saying?
to like actually get married.
No,
From a guy's perspective, is no advantage to a guy getting married. From a woman's perspective, they talk about security and all of these type of things, but you can have a trust and wills and all of those things to protect the woman even if you're not married. So anything that you can do or have like power of attorney and that type of stuff, like I've had women say that, but again, you can do that without being married.
To me, though,
definitely
I
can.
just like the union and the covenant. I like going before God and my family and like professing with our mouths these things that we are gonna do to each other, and like it's like a ritual. It's like a ritual. I don't want to say seance. That's not a good word that I'm looking
it's
for.
a ritual,
No.
but who created the ritual? Because even in the Bible,
True. And we be talking about this.
Hold on. I'm about
That's
to-
the wedding that you talk about. You're not talking about the marriage. You're talking about the
Hold on,
wedding.
let him finish.
All right,
let me finish.
Sorry, I got
finish.
emotional. Sorry,
So
y'all.
the problem with it is, again, going right back to the thing, people having sex before they married. So marriage before, how you consummated your marriage was that you would have sex, because again, the woman was so supposed to be unsullied
Yeah.
before she got married. That's why they say, oh, can you truly wear a white dress? So that's what marriage was all about. Marriage was like, okay, this is going to be my woman.
I agree with
We're
that,
going to have
though.
intercourse, and then that's what it's going to be, and that we lock down forever.
I do think we should have waited till we got married to have sex. That is true. Like, it's having sex before marriage.
But biblically, you ain't had sex with nobody.
Right. That's what it
And
was.
ain't not waiting to fuck nigga, the nigga you
no,
with.
but that's what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
thinking.
that's crazy right there.
But I think the first time you have sex, if it was with your husband, like sex, like you wouldn't be over sexualized.
That's
like
a fact.
It wouldn't be all this like
That's a fact.
how I keep him, I gotta please him, I gotta bring a woman into the bed.
That's a
like
fact.
all of this came because of what you just said.
Niggas don't
Wait.
follow none of that shit. So
Exactly.
we very far off from that. But what Floyd said is tax benefits, insurance benefits, the ability to transfer wealth and property, a promise to be a partner in your journey to build wealth in a country. Marriage has value. Why go through the motions and not reap the benefits or actually build the foundation?
But that was my whole point, is you can do all of that
Right.
stuff without actually getting married.
Right.
So what's the difference between, in your eyes, a girlfriend and a wife?
There's no difference.
Gotta test drive.
Well, to me, you singled until you married. But I'm also somebody that thinks I could date multiple guys at the same time.
Well, my thing is like, okay, so say for instance you have a girlfriend and you're committed to her, right? When you're married, you're committed to that woman. If you all have trust in these things built in place, as far as
just
sharing
think
wealth,
you single
it's
till you
technically
married.
not no different. I mean, I used to think that way.
To me, I feel like you're dating and
Mm-hmm.
I'm your girlfriend and we're kind of vetting to see if we want to get married. Like, do I want you to be single? Because it's just kind of like, if you think about it, you're going to commit to this woman for however many years and then marry her. Like, you.
But it's the same thing. You've given her that commitment, regardless if you got a ring or not. Because there's people that's married that still fuck other people and they cheating because they're not ready for marriage. So they should have just stayed single.
Is all I'm saying. So that's why I'm kind of like, if you're not married, you are single. Like,
Well, no, because you could be married and still fuck other people. So does that make you not single because you married?
yes,
if
you're
you
a
still
married man
behaving
acting
like a
like
single?
yeah, you're a married man
And
acting
women.
like a single. This is true, damn. Yeah, women be cheating.
So
too.
my whole thing is, if you have a built commitment, which is what the foundation of marriage is supposed to be, can you have a commitment with your girlfriend and
So to
boyfriend?
me-
Yes, you can. Can it translate into going before God and saying yes? Yes, as long as you still keep the same thing. But my thing is, if you get married and then if you on some bullshit before you get married and you on some bullshit after you get married, being married just makes it harder for you all to separate.
Commitment
Is the true essence of
Yeah,
marriage.
that's what I'm saying. Like, commitment is like, to me, you don't commit to a girlfriend the way you would commit to a wife, and
No.
you don't.
That's not true.
It is to me, but I feel like the wedding and the dress and the vows and all of that, that's the part that I feel is like, we kind of made that up. We kind of like put too much stock into that as far as a marriage, but the commitment is like the core foundation of the marriage. But what I can say from being a girlfriend from several years and then a wife for several years, it's something spiritual that happens.
Oh, for sure.
It's a different blessing. It's a different, like, it's almost like you take on like all of his demons, like all of his shit, like you take that on as a wife that you didn't really feel that as his girlfriend. It's like God.
That's worse.
No matter like,
Like, are you for or against this shit? Where are you going with this?
You just take it on. You take it on. That's what I'm saying. Like, as far as God is concerned, like he not looking at the girlfriend.
That sounds so scary.
It do. But
Like,
that's why
I'm about to get married and take on all our demons.
And that's why that commitment, like commitment is a cute word that people use, but like that commitment is real. That's why you're single until you're married. Like, why take all that on to a person that you don't want to commit this spiritual forever with? Like, you got to know that person. You got to be in tune with that person. You got to take on all of that, but you do get a blessing. A lot of it comes with it too. But I'm telling you, like, there's a difference. Like, you feel that difference, but until you're married, you really can't speak on like the feeling of it. I know a girl, her and her dude was together 16 years. They've been married 1 year. Completely different. This 1 year, they got 2 kids together and everything, but the marriage is a spiritual difference to me. But you're right, as a man, I don't know why you would want that. I don't know if men really are looking for like to bond with a woman on like a spiritual level.
No, and I do, but I think you can reach that level of spirituality without technically saying, "Hey, we're married." My whole thing is the level of commitment doesn't intensify just because you're married. If you're committed to a person, you committed to it regardless. It doesn't, like, if I'm a cheater, all of a sudden I get married. That's the problem. People like, okay, I cheated, I got caught, now I'll get married, and I'm gonna just change my ways. I'm gonna be committed because I'm married, and that's usually the issue. Is you practice what you are going to go into. Like, you don't just come in the game and then you shoot 3 points. You got to practice it. So if you practice being committed.
I think that's the dating phase, though. But we could have made this dating period up. I don't know, biblically, if they dated. Like, it could have just been like, hey, I like you. I'm committed to you. Here's the ring.
Or a nigga, hey, I need them sheeps, nigga. You about to marry my daughter.
Yeah.
It was that type of shit, too. Like,
power
you know
and
what I'm saying?
prosperity. So what we think about Cam Newton? Did you see him in that the therapist? What do you think about broken homes and like these dudes just shooting up? Everybody like Future and them, they just shooting it up. Like, how many baby mamas is too many baby mamas?
So for me personally, again, I'm not against marriage. My parents have been married for almost 40-something years. I love
shout out
marriage.
to them.
Shout out to them. Shout out to y'all for being married. I watch it.
Right into our next topic. She talked. Speaking of that, what about having children out of wedlock? But that's another topic. No, we're on that topic.
Well, again, so if you think about it, men are supposed to reproduce, and everything is not for everyone. But it's up to the woman to say, no, I'm not going to participate in that kind of lifestyle. But if they're fine with it, and they're fine with raising kids in essence by themselves, then again, they may have financial support.
Why are you fine with your child being raised?
Because they silly as hell. That's just like other. And again, I'm not gonna say
who's silly as hell.
The dudes and the women that want to do that. Like, again. So for me, I wouldn't personally. But again, I come from a 2-parent household, so I wouldn't.
Oh, that's a blessing.
Yeah, so I wouldn't just go around and not want to see my kids
shooting it up and everybody. That's wild.
Random chicks. And so again, the crazy thing, man, I'm a little wild, but I come from good home training. Shout out to my parents. Shout out to my grandma. My grandma, and my parents, they always tell me, if you get a chick pregnant, you got to marry her. Like, that was always my rule. So I was a pull out assassin, pull out king. Like, I was.
What your grandma said?
I got a shout out for being.
Why she want you to get married then?
Never mind, I won't repeat it.
Oh yeah.
No, I won't say it. It's cool.
At my wedding, my daddy saluted my Kari for being a pullout. What he say? Shout out to your pullout gang.
So for all y'all out there trying to pray for that next baby, just know it's only in my hands. Back to y'all.
Anyway. No, so why did your grandma say if you get her pregnant, you got to marry her?
Because
what was her? What did she feel marriage was?
That the same thing is just basically about family, bringing them up together. So I always carry that with me. It's like, okay, if I get a chick pregnant, I'm gonna have to marry her because. Again,
so do you still agree? Do you still agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay.
Because to me, it's like, okay, if you bring a kid into the world, it's your responsibility to bring them up and provide them with the best opportunity, because it's not about you anymore.
Yeah.
It's about that kid.
So at that point, you do want to have that spiritual connection with the woman as far as marriage, because you feel like y'all want to be equally yoked to raise your child.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
But
like,
you don't have to be equally yoked to do life with her.
right. You
Okay.
you don't have to. Now again, me,
That's
I'm the
a
type
look.
of,
Niggas
Okay.
always make sense at the end of Girl Talk 2.0.
Okay,
Exactly. It
we can
always
accept
fall into
that.
place.
We
It
can
always fall
accept
into
that.
place.
We can accept that.
And I believe in marriage. I think it's a good union. I think it's a good, like you said, the foundation of family.
And that's why you're a good man to me. I never knew. I mean, I never asked, but finding out that you come from a 2-family household makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It made like just the words that you've used here tonight, as far as like, oh, I just wanted to bless her when we left. I'm a good person. I gave her half. Like, I think 2-family
So
households.
somebody posed a question like, what if you hate the lady though, or if it's just like one of them one nighters that, you know what I'm saying?
That you got pregnant.
Yeah.
And you know, at the end
Pull
of
out
the day,
assassin. We not even putting that on them.
but let's just say that happened. Then at the end of the day, you know, my pops, you know, I come from a strong foundation, so it's like, you know, you got to man up and you just got to do right by that lady. You got to do right by your
You
kids.
do the best you can.
And the thing is, if you just hate her, you shouldn't have been sleeping with her. And
I agree with that
If
one.
you make that mistake, then you got to live with the consequences.
I think that's really good to say, because I come from a broken home. I think a lot of my loved ones, my nieces, nephew, like I have people I care for dearly that are coming from a broken home, have created a broken home. And I think the hardest thing for them to accept, and that's what I liked about that therapist that was talking to Cam Newton, is the reality of it. It's a broken home, right?
Exactly.
And at this point, we are going to do the best. God got us. Look at me, look at Kari, but that home is broken. And that is like such a tough pill for people to swallow, because in 2024, in the Me Too movement, you know, you can do it too. Like, it's okay. Not all, like Drea said, she didn't want a man. She just wanted a baby. Like, you hear women all the time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I did it for me. Cashed out. I did it for me. I had my kids for me. And it's just kind of like, let's not and say we did, because of the fact that, like, I love my mama down. I love my daddy down. Like, I seen my daddy, he lived in Indiana. I seen my dad more than some little girls who daddy lived next door. Like,
Right.
I got good ass parents, but I was in a broken home, and like the effects of a broken home to me that I felt most was financially. Like, there's just
Right.
no way a man can provide completely for his household with his new wife and his new children and my mama's household.
That's true.
It's no way my mom can go completely in with her and her husband, and then she got kids by this man. So it's like, I wish more broken home families would just like speak the truth. Like, I come
true.
from a broken home. Like, it's broken. Like, and it's not necessarily bad. Like you said, you gonna man up and do the best you can,
Right.
with the understanding of, damn, this home is broken.
And
So-
a lot of times it's learned behavior too, because again, I've dated I've dated chicks that come from single parent households and chicks that come from 2-parent households. And really what it's about is like a learned behavior. So a lot of times if it's a woman, I notice a lot of times they have that, I'm independent, I'm tough, I don't need this, I don't need that. Whereas sometimes a woman that comes from a 2-parent, they may be a little bit softer, a little bit more aligned, because they've seen.
We have talked about this. Me and my homegirls have even said, like, now as married women, like relax. Like, why are you so? But it's because I watched my mom I watched my mom go from catching a bus, having to catch the bus with my mama, to switching out her cars. Like,
Right.
I watched her be a boss lady. I watched her buy her own house. I had to take the trash out. I had to help her shovel. Like, you know what I mean? I was her baby daddy. I helped her with my little sister.
Yeah.
So it was just like, now I'm just rah, rah, rah. And it's like, oh, wait, no, calm down. I was just telling Mike on the last live, Kari would get so mad at me when we first had Riley. He like, bro, you're a mom. Get the baby, go in the house.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get the baby. I'm trying to get the baby bed. Like, I'm just like you said, too independent. And now I'm trying to unlearn those independent
So
ways.
somebody said, basically Ashley said, if she was single and she wanted a child, she would have one that would be just fine. And Tiffany responded, said, most women can't do that. The emotional ties that come with sex and childbirth.
I just don't know if God created us to do it alone, but I guess we could. Like I said, I feel like women are superior. We could literally do anything.
I mean, of course it can be, but I feel like the ideal situation. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you was, you know, if you was at a certain age and you was like, you know, I really know I want kids. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see me being with somebody. You know, I kind of understand it, but I also don't think we supposed to like really have kids for our. Well, it's some of that there. Of course, you have to make the decision to take on everything that entails. But once, like you said, once they get here, it's about them. And so, you know,
I don't know. After having two
does that put you in a good
miscarriages,
decision
but y'all know I'm a
position
spiritual
for them?
person. But after having 2 miscarriages, I really just feel like when it comes to childbirth, like that ain't on us. Like that ain't really on it. It is really not our decision. Like I don't feel like as bad as I wanted a child, I was so mad at God. Like I'm married, you giving these crackhead hoes baby after baby,
Right,
but I can't have no baby. Like I was
shit.
like so mad and confused, and I really had to like go to therapy and everything to learn that like we get so numb to the fact because we see people have babies all the time.
Exactly.
That we really are numb to why they're being born, how they're being born, what they're being born into. Because we just think, I want a baby. Candy froze her eggs. I'm going to freeze mine. Like, or whatever. Yeah. Like, we numb to the fact of, like, procreation and what it is and why we do it.
And that's the problem because a lot of times when they come into it, they don't look at each other and say, well, hey, we need to be a team on this. Because a lot of times people are so focused on being right, they don't know how to say, okay, well, you know what? I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Now, how can we come to a middle ground and align so we can raise this human being together and help them flourish and have a better life than we had?
Period. That's why you have kids.
That's definitely the mission.
So listen, we ended with this one. This is our last one. I just had a comment go viral on this girl post. She said, maturing is realizing that if you weren't his daughter, your daddy would fuck you. And I was like, what? That's like the sickest shit a person could say. Like, I just went off on her because it was just so sick. But she went into explaining that she was just saying that, like, men date younger women. So if you wasn't his daughter, he would have sex with you. It was just a really sick way to say that men date women as young as their daughter. So my question is, how old is too old?
I wouldn't say it's a specific age. However, the reason why men do that is because, and again, ladies, you might hate me for this, but it is what it is. A man's value typically grows as he gets older. A woman's value typically decreases as she gets older. So that's usually what happens. So again, if you're a millionaire or whatever, you got $10 million. You're not gonna date a 70.
He losing his hair and shit. What make him so?
Because
why is he increasing?
Well, because typically men become like more financially secure the older they get. Usually, I'm not saying all, but they usually get more financially secure. They are able to protect the woman.
They fatter.
They could
sometimes. Sometimes, not always.
I hear what you're saying, but again, a woman's prime is like typically in her 20s, 30, like maybe 30s, to where she can actually.
The prime is definitely 20s.
Yeah, the prime for a woman is 20s.
I'm out of my prime.
So the thing is,
maybe 30.
Like,
you know what I mean, like early
30s. But what happens with women is they blow it and they say they want to party and they want to live their life in their 20s. They want to turn the fuck up and then they want to settle down when they 42, 45. And then they like, oh, well, I can't find a good man now because all the niggas that when you was in college that's in doctors now and they was going through college and you was hoeing around, they don't want you. Like, it's no way, like, if you got $1 million, why would you get a chick that's 60 years old?
That is true.
When you get a 25-year-old.
And sometimes.
Because 25 is too young if you're 60. That's why, because you have a daughter her age.
What if he don't have daughters?
Y'all don't never look at them as, like, a baby, like, precious, like...
To me,
the Diddy and Carisha, like, I'm like, Diddy, you was supposed to be big unk. Like, you was never supposed to be sleeping with all these little girls. Like, you was supposed to just, like, you never want to be that black man in a community that's like, just like, I'm unk. Now, let me put you up on some game, like, with my, what you say, increase, my value. I've got all this value, and I want to look at you as a child and uplift you as a child and not nutting you, like. But they're
not looking at them like that. They sexualizing them.
That's a problem.
If they 25, 26, 27, 30 years old and they wearing all the shit that they're wearing.
Cash hit us off with the prime numbers. Women 23 to 33, men 35 to 45.
Damn, Kari just got in his prime is what y'all trying to tell me.
That's what niggas be trying to say. Like when women, like I said, that pool is competitive.
Bullshit.
And it's honestly
that's what I do.
it's more competitive for women than it is for men.
I
You know what I'm
feel
saying?
that.
Because women, they use. I mean, again, we know it.
So how old is too old?
For a man to
Yeah.
date a woman, how old is too old?
How old is too old for a woman? What are we telling Riley? He is how old? 10 years
Are you talking about for them to date?
and have sexual
It
relations.
depends, but it also depends on the ages too. So you know what I'm saying?
So the older
It could
she
go
gets,
over
so if
10
she's
years for me.
45, it's like I don't care if he's
You said if she's 45?
yeah.
That
Then
she's then
he could be whatever age.
be
At that
55,
yeah, I mean at that 45, you could take the top
If she
off that
18.
motherfucker. What you mean? Like,
time. She 18.
if she 18, that's different. Cause I feel like you 18, you still ain't really grown. You know what I'm saying?
probably-
You gotta
That's what I don't
start.
like
You gotta
about
start
20,
over 21.
22, 23, when they could buy liquor for them own. And again, they still got young minds.
I would say 27.
No, that's way too old.
When she's 27, then you can start dating a little older. But at 21,
No.
25, you are like at your prime and you got this old ass nigga.
I'm gonna
trying
be
to
honest
groom
with you. I'm
Y'all
gonna be.
just told me she at her prime. At
I'm gonna be
21,
honest with you.
25.
At
That's when she be getting
25,
married.
at 25, I would definitely be okay with somebody 10 years older.
Right.
But depending on the nigga, if they was 39, 40, you know what I'm saying? I might not be that mad for real. Like,
Yeah, if-
you know what I'm
if-
saying?
like- if
Depending on the nigga, like, cause
Yeah, if he treat her well and make her happy.
As long as he
that's
ain't
really the
burnt-
prime
as long
ages
as
we
he ain't
looking at it
burnt
right
up
here.
With like all these kids. Ashley said she only got one more year and my kid's still in it.
that-
one
but-
more year in your prime, girl. I'm out now.
But-
The
that-
40-year-old women starting to
I
look
need a
30.
drink.
Somebody
They done
said
told me I'm out
they
my
are.
prime. I'm
They
stressed
still
out.
40 though,
also,
Ashley.
You gotta think about it like this too. As women get in their 40s and things of that nature, they
Only have one more year
they're starting to
my
get to the
kids
age where
still
it's not healthy for them to have babies and different things of that nature.
Yeah, that does.
So if a nigga just get money, he like, hey, I want to reproduce, I want to have a family. He probably gonna get somebody younger.
Do you want children?
Potentially, yeah. I want children.
Children with an S?
I'll take one.
Oh yeah, that, you sound like Kari. He just wanted that one. I want one more though. What Kari? What you say? Why they say boo,
children.
Kari?
I do have children now though.
Probably because of the kids shit.
Mm.
You know.
All right. Well, y'all, that was fun. What's up next? We gonna continue to go live, looking for our guests. How do we like Wills, y'all? Did he do as good? Do y'all want him on the panel? Like, let me know. How did he do? Like,
Somebody already said they love how your guests were so different. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? So,
okay. I got an international man with me today. Look,
that's right.
You know, I just want to uplift the black people in our community. We just got to work together and inspire each other. So
I believe that too.
I love ladies. I love y'all. Appreciate fellas. Y'all my guys. Ladies, I love y'all. So shit.
And we love you, and we appreciate all your support. Like from that goes beyond this live. We had an event, and you sponsored it with the VIP for the stars. So we definitely we appreciate your support. We thank you for coming on. Mike's live is on YouTube, so if you didn't see the difference between the guests, you can definitely go on YouTube and find that. We're gonna put Wheels up on the YouTube. Y'all share this. Get it out there. Let the people know that like we doing this every other Monday. We here. The men's event. Get excited. And Wills, how can we support you?
I just want to know, did y'all learn anything? Cause that's my whole thing. Like,
Okay.
did y'all learn anything?
They said panel material. He's so smooth.
You want to tell us anything? You want to tell us anything? You done talked about the stocks. You want to talk about the Millionaires Club a little bit?
Oh yeah. You know, if you interested in elevating and getting to the paper, I'm always here to assist people in that. So we got the Millionaires Club popping off, to where you can come in there, you can learn about stocks, you can get financial advice. I also do personal coaching. So we actually be launching that
Ladies
soon
need that.
on thefortunepowers.com, the website. So that'll be up and available within the next couple of weeks. So.
I know
tune
so
in for
many
that.
women that want to get involved with stocks, but for some reason our brain just doesn't work like as easy as it does. So that's really good to know.
I make it so simple. Like
So that's good to know.
Make it so simple for you to win and learn.
Y'all, we should take a class together. Like anybody want
for
to take
sure.
the class? Like let's
For
do a girl
sure.
talk class with Wills. Well, I appreciate you. I love y'all. We on YouTube. Share this, like this. If you came in at the end, go ahead and watch the replay. If you are a man and you want to come on, you got some good shit to talk, let us know. And then, like Will said, let us know what you learned. I hope you did learn something. I learned something today. Did you learn something, Curry?
Every day.
every day.
Yeah, I learned
All
something
right.
as well.
You learned something today.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you. Bye.
And I appreciate you having me on the show.
Bye, guys.
Take it easy. Thank you all.
So we can turn the air on. It's hot down here.
Is it?
You said, is it? I am. I feel like the lights was lighting today.
How was the show, baby?
How is the